So the drama that is unfolding with SUSSEX has taken a even bigger turn. And so I'm going to be using this video to discuss in little bite-sized chunks, but packed full of knowledge of what is going on. My name is Ems and I'm a qualified UK therapist. And in these videos, I break down all of the behaviours regarding celebrities and I give you my tips and tools with the knowledge that I've gained in well over 20 years. If these are the type of videos for you where exploring body language and behaviour is something that you are interested in, then think about joining up to this channel by subscribing or even just watching and liking. So that being said, grab your cuppa and let's get into bite-sized tea. So I'm pretty sure if you've been following these type of channels, you will know about the drama that is unfolding in regards to TandT. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's surrounding, of course, Harry and Meghan, shocker, and Dr. Sophie. I'm going to put her name up here. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, so I don't want to do her a disservice. So a lot of things have been coming out in regards to this. And if you want a longer video, please go across to my TandT channel and you can find the link to that. If you scroll to the end of this video, there is a circle and you can find the link there. And it's a longer video, more sort of in depth. Where she's calling Harry, mainly Harry, but Meghan is now being obviously brought into this as well. And she is accusing him of racism and bullying. Now, these allegations are not new. Of course, we have Harry that's come out pretending to be a victim, but these allegations are not new. Harry has been accused of this from way back. I think he was just very protected by the royal family. Meghan has also been accused of this from various different people. So the fact that this has now come out doesn't surprise me in any shape or form. What does surprise me is the fact that someone has come out very publicly and stated this, and it's someone that's very credible. We've had a lot of people that have the articles have been put out. I think the last person I believe that really was quite vocal about it was Piers Morgan. And we all know what happened there. And so Dr. Sophie has come out fighting. What I believe happened is, to be fair, is she said no. And I think that's where it pretty much started. I think there was rumblings, and like I say, I do go into more detail over on my TandT channel, but I think fundamentally she said no to Harry and to Meghan when Meghan was starting to get some backlash for the way she behaved at the polo match. And we know most of us have seen that video footage. And I'm just going to put that up here as I'm talking. So you can see in the video footage that she's trying to maneuver Dr. Sophie into a position where you've got Dr. Sophie, she's kind of wanting to stand next to Harry, which quite rightly so, given that she is part of TandT and she's important. But Meghan, not having it, was like, no, I want you to stand over here because I want to stand in the middle. So we have all that going on. And apparently, as we know, Meghan received quite a lot of backlash from this. They reached out to her and asked her to put out a statement in defending her. And Dr. Sophie said no. Now, if any of us knows, you do not say no to a narcissist, for one. But secondly, I think Harry is just not used to people saying no to him. And so when he gets somebody saying no, because originally his team sent the email, he then personally sends an email, quite a scathing one, demanding to know why she wouldn't sort of defend Meghan. This is when I think it started to unravel. And I think what happened then was then they decided to sort of team up in a sense and try to get this woman out. And it nearly worked, but she decided to fight her corner. And she's a lawyer, so she obviously knows what she's doing. And so she fought for her position back and she got it. Now, of course, this would have absolutely infuriated people like Harry, who believe that he's entitled to everything and doesn't like that someone goes up against him. And I certainly think that Meghan would not have liked in any shape or form someone saying no to her. And so I think that this is when they've really tried to bully her, as she has said in the interview that she did recently. They really sort of set in motion the Sussex machine and they tried to get her removed and they've tried to bully her out of the position. she's dug in, and she's like, no. So then Harry, I think, then thinks, well, what I'll do is I'll put out this statement saying I'm leaving Centre Barley. I'm absolutely devastated. This is, in a sense, my charity. I founded this. It's about my mother. And I think that what he's possibly was hoping was that the backlash that possibly was going to come from him putting this out, and when I say backlash, I mean to Dr. Sophie, I think he thought that people were going to start siding with him. But of course, what's happened is it's backfired. Rather than, and I think he potentially thought that Dr. Sophie then, with all of this publicity, was then kind of go, I don't want this, I don't need this, I'm going to leave. And then he would then reinstate himself. That's if he actually had left. And then everything would have been fine. But of course, she hasn't. She's done what he didn't expect, and she's doubled down and said, oh, no, if you want to play dirty, so am I. And so she's come out and she's done interviews and she's responded in the media, and she's now outed them by calling the fact that he wanted her to coddle Meghan and defend Meghan publicly. She's outed him in the you literally wanted your Netflix docuseries to film and you ruined the venue that we had because we could know, because they put their prices up knowing that, and we then had to move somewhere else. So showing that Harry doesn't really care about the charity. And to be fair, most of us, I think, pretty much knew that anyway. The fact that she's exposed the Sussex machine that we all know that they put out when they're doing anything. So these bot farms are then put out, are sort of given the go-ahead. Accounts which are slightly different but do the same type of thing are put out, and it in effect bullies people into silence. And we're seeing them a lot when they're doing something. And so I think that's what she means by the Sussex machine. But that hasn't stopped her. So she's coming out with all of these receipts and saying, basically, this is not what's happened. This is what they did. This is what they're doing. And so what they're trying to do now, I feel, is smear her. There's rumours coming out that she's embezzled money, or there's other things that are happening. I don't think that's true at all. I think that it's more, if you're going to look at any issues in regards to the monetary side of things, I think you need to look closer to the other side. But that's allegedly, in my opinion. But this woman is fighting, and this shows you that when you do go up against people, it's very hard. And I think it's incredibly brave of this woman, because not only is the mainstream media fundamentally usually on Harry and Meghan's side, but you've got, like you said, you've got the Sussex machine, and also in her mind, she's going up against someone that's a member of the British royal family, albeit that I don't think that Harry is coddled anymore like he used to be. Harry has always been this person. And I do explain more on the other video, but Harry has always been this person. If you trace it back, there is evidence in the way he's behaved, in the things that he says, the things that he's written in his own book. You can see the way he's behaved, and Meghan, but he is not innocent. He is not some downtrodden man who was so manipulated by this evil woman. Harry's got this horrible side to him, in my opinion, and I think we've seen over the years, and the reason we're seeing it more and more now is because he doesn't get enabled by the royal family anymore. They sadly protected him, and I think that was one of their biggest mistakes. I think he is very similar to Meghan, which is why I've often said that these two do not make a good relationship, because they're both very similar in the way they behave, albeit that I think Harry is very immature. So this woman is fighting, and I absolutely am for this. I think the more people start to speak out about these two, the less they can hide and the less they can manipulate others. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have your own thoughts on this? And I will be doing other videos on this as more things come out. But yeah, this is definitely what I think is happening now. This is finally someone that is willing to stand up and say, I'm not going to be bullied by you anymore. She's a strong, black, intelligent, beautiful woman, and she's everything that Meghan, I believe, is incredibly jealous of, and she is not liking this one bit. So yeah, so let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like I say, and just drop it in the comments. What you're feeling about this. So thank you to everyone who's supporting this channel. I really do appreciate you. I'm slowly it's growing, and I hope that, that it will continue to grow, and I will be doing more videos. I had 2 weeks off on holiday, so that's why you haven't had anything from me for a couple of weeks. But I am back, and I will be doing more videos over here. So drop it in the comments if you have any ideas of who you would like me to talk about. Not just Harry and Meghan. I want to be doing lots of other celebrities as well. So who would you like me to discuss, and why? For those of you who celebrated Mother's Day on Sunday, I hope you all had a wonderful time in whatever capacity you were celebrating that. And if it's something that you do struggle with, I really hope that you're able to at least have some peace within that day and spend it with people that were sort of supporting you through that. If you'd like to treat me to a cuppa, the link is in the description box below. But as always say, please look after yourself first and foremost. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Take care. Bye-bye.